Hello, Professor. This is our group assignment about the course motivation and emotion. First, let me introduce our group member for you. We have four group members. They are李莫涵、唐博、许俊杰、胡希文、张嘉诚. This assignment is about a video. First, let me introduce the video for you. Alike is a short animated film about a father and his young son living in a busy city. The father follows a strict daily routine, going to work while his son going to school. Their lives are repetitive and carefully organized. The son shows interest in creative activities, but over time, routine and professor cause and pressure cause his creativity to fade. As the father notices these changes, he begins to reflect on his behavior and do some change. The first question is what started the behavior of the characters? I have summarized the following 4 points. The first one, strict daily routine. They must do some behaviors according to the routine. Uh, for example, in the video, the father and the child must go to work and go to school on time every day. The second one, father lead structure. Although the child didn't want to go to school, but his father will send him go. Okay, the third one, social rules and expectations. The routine reflects how society expect people to live. It seems that in the city they live, everyone must work hard or study hard. It seems like a ruler. The fourth one, child's behavior starts as compliance. Compliance. The child follows instructions rather than choosing freely. In the video, for example, the child want to stop to admire the guitar show on the way to school, but his father didn't allow him. The second question is where does the desire or encouragement come from? The desire will change in different stages. So, uh, the first stage, as for the father, there are two desires. The first one, external, external motivation. He is driven by work pressure and the social expectations. The second one, signs of responsibility. He believes he must guard his son in the great way. As for the son, the first one, intrinsic motivation. He is motivated by curiosity and enjoyment. Second one, creativity and interest. He naturally enjoying creative activities. For example, in the class, the son will draw on the test paper, which the teacher may uh, think this behavior is error. Next, the stage two. In this stage, the father has no change. As for the son, the first one, lack of encouragement. His creativity in his creativity is not supported by the routine. Um, for example, in the class, his teacher only alone the student to copy standard letters on the paper. The second one, emotion withdrawal. In a video after school, when the son met his father, he didn't be careful as he usually. About the stage three, as for the father, the first one, uh, shift from rules to relationship. He prioritizes emotional connection over routine. Uh, the second one, so positive and responsive behavior. He encourages his son's expression to and creativity. For example, uh, the father start encourage his son draw on the paper, not just copy the standard letters. As for the son, the first one, emotional support from the father. The father changed his behavior and reconnects, return to intrinsic motivation, creativity, and interest began to come back.
The third question is why some achieve goals, some don't. About this question, we have five reasons. The first is the difference in motivational levels. The son's goal is to show his creativity, stay happy, and explore the world. His motivation comes from interest, so he's proactive and finally invested. The father's goal is to keep up with work and responsibilities. His motivation is from pressure and responsibility, lacking independence, which lowers the quality of his actions. The second result is that difference in support from outside the environment. Song is often replaced at school, like teachers require same and serious behavior. Environment does not support creative goals. Father is also limited by sensitive at the office, like need repetitive in work like this. Environment does not support independent goals. Um, the third reason is that different emotional stand of the characters. The son feels emotional when he sees the actors playing. He is more likely to be involved and achieve the goal of expressing himself. As the actor is driven away, he loses his color. He feels depressed and it becomes different to maintain his goals, like happiness and creativity. The father becomes tired, gloomy, and negative. That making it difficult to achieve his goals to for being a happy father. The first reason is that ability and behavioral choice are different. The son chooses to stop and enjoy intermediate artist. Behavior is consistent with the goal. The father is constructed is often driven to make choices opposite to his own goals, such as rushing to work, displays himself. The fifth reason is that social pressure influence goal achievement. School system and workplace require normality, obeying rules and efficiency. Uh, Characters who want to express creativity often fail, like the videos, the song of the and artist in the video. Roles that maintain the systemic behavior tend to success, like the teacher and office managers in this video. Across this fifth result, we can find some characters in the film achieved their goals due to systemic support and constant motivation. Others' goals remained unachieved because of displeasing environments, societal roles, and emotional influence. The fourth question is that what determines the intensity of behavior? We can find the fifth key parts of that. The first is the difference in emotional strengths. The son's goals are to express creativity, maintain happiness and explore the world. His motivation is based on interest leading to active behavior and high motivation. The father's goals are to maintain work and responsibilities. His motivation is based on pressure and responsibility, lacking independence, which led to lower quality of action. Second is that emotional stress. When some people are happy, the song goes all over and jumps. The stronger the emotion, the more active his behavior. After losing color, he becomes emotionally low. His behavior weakness and his reaction delays. Uh, when worried about his son, the father also began to experience his emotions, learning his to finally make the dramatic behavior of dance. The third key part is that value and importance. When a goal holds significant importance for character, behavior strengths increase. The father realized his son's darker stand, that making the child happy again becomes the most important value. So he breaks through the social rules will to dance in public. And the fourth key part is that social pressure and consequence equals pendency. If an action may lead to negative results, behavior strengths desolate. Uh, the father suppose his actions at the office because he knows expressing creativity will bring negative effects. Facing the father seriously in school, the son loses his interest-based activities. The final key part is that environmental rewards of punishments. When the song was rewarded with the artist's music, his behavior became more positive and ignorant. When the artist was removed, the song's behavior weakened. According to the five key parts, we can have a conclusion about that. The strength of character's behavior depends on the strength of internal motivation, emotional and third one is the importance of the goal. Uh, exception of external consequence, the environment's reward and punishment mechanism.
Hello, I'm Changbo. I will talk about why do the character act differently under similar circumstances. The root cause of behavioral divergence lies in fundamentally distinct view systems and cognitive frameworks shaped by life stages and social roles. For example, the father and son may see the world in completely different ways. The father, as the adult, will protectively and sensitively. The son, as a child, seeks emotional fulfillment and self-expression. This difference in life stages lends to different prepotency and different behaviors. Even in some daily situations, people can make very different choices because they understand lives mean differently. The father believes that following social normal and maintaining a stable life is meaningful. The son finds meaning in creativity, expression, and emotional joy. Because of this, the father judges the son to study and stick to routines, while the son wants to draw, explore, and create. Their behaviors are not random; they are direct results of what each believes truly matters in life. I will explain all the motivational expressions of the characters in the video. Let's look at son's behavior more closely. Attention, he is drawing to creative things, drawing music, colors, not to repetitive tasks. Effort, he leans in eagerly when drawing, but slumps over homework. Daily to lions. He wants joy now, not later. Waiting is hard for him. Persistence. He will keep trying even if interrupted, but gives up quickly on tasks that feel restrictive. Choice. He chooses creativity over conformity every time. Response probability. He lights up at creative cues, but ignores instructions. Focal posture. He is relaxed and happy when creating, but tense and unhappy when forced to follow rules. The son is not lazy. He is simply motivated by different things. Now let's understand the father. Attention. At first, he focuses only on time, rules, and efficiency. Effort. He works hard to keep life orderly, but ignores his son's inner world until he tries drawing for him. Daily to learn, he sacrifices now for future stability. Persistence. He first insists on rules, but later supports his son's creativity out of life. Choice. He shifts from enforcing rules to view his son's happiness. response probability. He first responds only to social cues, but later learns to respond to his son's creative needs. Focal posture. He starts sterner and stiff, but ends gentle and open. The first journey shows that understanding can grow and behaviors can change.
Hello everyone, today I'm going to talk about the analysis of emotions and motivation of core characters in the short film alike. Let's start with the main content. First is joy. When Pace first sees the violinist, he stares closely at the player, leans forward to imitate playing, and his eyes shine brightly. Even though the teacher asks him to copy letters, he still insists on drawing the violinist in his workbook with great concentration. Interest is a direct expression of intrinsic motivation from active exploration. It drives his continuous art behaviors and supports the continuation of intrinsic motivation. Next is sadness. After his creative homework is rejected by the teacher, his eyes dim immediately. He pauses, his eyes turn slightly red, and his body color fades. Sadness results from frustrated intrinsic motivation and unmet basic needs. It inhibits his intrinsic motivation and makes Pace shift to passive rule obedience. Then comes fear, which is implicit. When Pace sees his father's boring work scheme, he steps back from and drops his paintbrush. Facing his father's initial cold response, his eyes took timid. Fear drives approach avoidance motivation. It makes him avoid growing numb and seek his father's understanding to guide his behavior. The last emotion of Pace is hope. When his father starts to imitate violin playing, Pace is stunned at first. Then his eyes light up again. His orange body gradually turns bright and he slowly runs to his father. Hope comes from positive cognition of art, acceptance, and a closer parent-child bond. It reactivates his suppressed intrinsic motivation for art. Now let's move to Copy, Pace's father. His first key emotions are regret and guilt. Late at night, Copy sits at the desk and flips through Pace's workbook, from creative doodles to neat letters. He touches the paper gently and looks at his sleeping son, whose body is almost gray. Copy's blue body turns gray, his eyebrows are furrowed, and his eyes are full of self-blame and pain. Regret and guilt come from realizing he destroyed Pace's nature. They transform his motivation to meet Pace's autonomy needs and repair their parent-child bond. Copy also has implicit disgust when he enters the company and faces piles of documents. His blue body quickly fades to gray. He bends over and types mechanically without any emotional fluctuations. Disgust arises from the conflict between intrinsic motivation for self-worth and extrinsic motivation for work rules and survival. It pushes him to prioritize parent-child needs over external constraints. Next to the violinist, his main emotion is joy. The violinist is always immersed in playing on the street. His expression is relaxed and not tense. He plays with concentration and enjoyment, unaffected by the surrounding gray rules and busy crowds, maintaining emotional consistency. Joy is positive feedback from his sustained intrinsic motivation for music. Meta autonomy and competence needs strengthen his motivation, forming a positive cycle. That's all for my analysis. Thank you for your listening.
Hello everyone, my name is Zhang Jiachen, metric number A198734. Let's start with a simple idea. We all believe that if we want someone to do a better job, we should give them a bigger reward. We see this more work, more pay idea everywhere in the world. But today we will look at science that shows this is often wrong, especially for jobs that need you to be creative or think deeply. This rising truth comes from a famous experiment called the candle problem. In this simple test, the researchers found that when they offered a big reward, people actually become slower at saving the problem. What is the problem? You have a candle, a box of tacks, and matches. Your goal is to stick the lit candle to the wall. The correct solution is hidden in plain sight. You must empty the box and use it as a shelf. The first reason for this failure is called intrinsic motivation. This means doing something because you enjoy it or because it's a good challenge. When people work just for fun, their minds are flexible and they get creative ideas. When you are curious, your brain works best. But when you add a big cash reward, everything changes. The fun activity quickly becomes work, your nature interest goes down, and so does your efficiency. Although the money makes you feel controlled, the reward says, hurry up, do what I tell you to do to get this money. When you feel controlled, you lose your sense of freedom, and your creative thing stops. The second reason includes two parts, focus and stress. First, the urgent goal to win quickly makes your focus too narrow. You only see the obvious things, the candle and the text. Your brain sees the empty box as trash and ignores it. This is goal fixation. Second stress, thinking about winning and worrying about the 10 takes up too much space in your brain. We call this using up your mental bandwidth. For hard creative work, you need all your brain power for the problem itself. Stress takes that power away. The Yorker's-Dodson law explains this for very simple tasks. Some pressure helps, but for hard, complex tasks like the candle problem, high pressure kills your performance. You need to be relaxed to have a good idea.
Okay, that's all. Thank for your listening.